All right, people, welcome back to the show. Our first guest today is a Nigerian singer, songwriter, music producer, and drummer. He has written and produced the soundtracks of several movies produced and directed by Kunle, Afolayan, amongst other creatives. Let's make a welcome to the show this afternoon, Kent Edunjobi.
Thank you for having me.
It's the way you're giving independence.
Yeah,
independence drip today.
You didn't go out on October 1st.
I did actually,
Because
but for work.
Okay, you know there are some times that maybe some people have done their own dressing.
Yeah.
You know, said, well, because I've not stepped outside. Today I step outside.
I'll give them.
I'm going to give them.
Funny enough, it wasn't really intentional. I mean, I was just
green
like,
is your best color. Or green and white.
I don't really have.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
white. I love white.
Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
Hi,
all
great to
right,
have you
well, I know that you've been on Entertainment Splash before, and you were here with Kunle Afolayan,
yes,
right?
I was.
And I'm sure you've been working with Kunle Afolayan for a while now.
Yeah.
Yes, because that time, I think it was the soundtrack too that you did to his movie.
Yeah.
And this time around, it's been Anikulapo on everybody's lips, you know, and you did it. And I saw that people have even been, you know, commending you on the soundtrack you did for them, for Anikulapo, I meant to say. Yeah. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well done. Because there are so many heroes that we feel that are unsung in Nigeria. And that is the reason we love to showcase people's talents right here. And I know that, of course, you've done more than 60 singles out. Wow. That's huge.
That's a lot. Very impressive.
That's huge. You want to tell us about your journey?
Okay, so I grew up in a music-loving family.
She last born.
Don't come for me, I beg you. So my dad was a lover of music, African music to be precise. He used to be very big on them, Aruno Ishola, King Sunny Ade, Sashino Peters. And I knew way back then, Sashino Peters was like my hero. I don't want to hear any other song except for so you know the way his charisma, you know, all those styles and my mom was a choir member as well in church. Okay. Then she has this very long.
Did you have glasses? You had eyewear like Sashino Peters.
I will always go to probably the wall and remove a plug and mimic it as a microphone and dancing and be trying to do what is going on. I mean, it was really, really fun remembering it now. So then from there, I was in the choir, in the church choir. From there, almost every singer started in the choir anyway.
Yeah.
So it was music for me. But then I didn't really cut out to say I wanted to do music because, you know, the typical African home, they either want you to be an engineer or want you to be a doctor. So at some point I was saying, oh, I want to be a doctor. Then from doctor, I said, okay, no, you know what? I want to be a computer scientist. So from computer scientist, I said, okay, so go buy. What do I want to do? You know, so final year in the university, I was just talking to my cousin, and she was like, you know what? Why don't you just give this music thing a shot? I mean, she had it.
But you had read the computer science.
Of course. I was in the final year now. So I did a demo with my friends then. We're just playing in the studio, and I played it to her, and she was like, guy, you're just wasting your talent too. And I really sat down and I said, okay, what do I really want to do? Do you want to end up working in the bank like every other person, or you want to? And that's not my life. So I decided to start giving music a shot. Though I was working by the side when I came out, I was working. But after a while, I just said, okay, you know what? It has to be music, and music it is.
Okay, so ever since you started this music journey professionally, how has it been so far? And then how did you start with the soundtracks for movies? How did you get that connection? Okay,
so so far it's been wonderful. Of course, there've been bumps here and there, disappointment, heartbreaks. There are times you say, this thing is not working. Let me just quit. But if you really have the passion for it, and you're not just doing it for money or for fame, you're just doing it because you love it, it will just keep finding you like that. So me finding my space in the soundtrack side of things, it wasn't intentional. I mean, though I would say I'm a lover of folk music, African music, and while I was recording my own songs, my own EP album, then my producer and I were trying to experiment with new sound, something not common. Then so we stumbled on this, you know, trying to fusion folk music into jazz and R&B, and I really loved it, and I started recording songs like that. So there was this day, I think it's Lolo Wazobi FM then. So she played one of my songs, and coincidentally, that was when Kunle Afolayan released Phone Swap.
Okay.
And it was doing radio tours for the film. So coincidentally, he entered into the
studio when Ololo played it.
Yes, and it was like, who's this guy? Aburo Mini. Okay, I want to see him. That was 2012. So we met at National Theatre, and I gave him my CD. And okay, I'll get back to you. And that was it.
Oh, wow.
That was it. That was the end of it. He didn't get back. Probably, obviously, is a very busy person. So I think there are times we've even met at events, and we'll sit probably next to each other, and I will be expecting, this man said he would get back to me. And nothing is.
Wow.
So I just said, you know what, maybe it's not meant to be, so I'll just move on. And I just kept doing my thing. And 2016, that's 4 years later, I was just chilling with my wife, and I just got a call from Lola. Lolo, Kent, how are you now? I said, I'm fine. Said, Kunle wants to meet you. I said, he wants to meet you. How come? Why? Said, just try and call him. Okay. So I got my manager. We tried to, to call him, to reach out. Eventually, we got an appointment, and he said, you know what, I've been looking for you since.
So that means he didn't know you were the one.
Apparently, he didn't know. The funniest thing is...
But you were just sitting down there.
You should have said something. Well, that's the lesson today.
So that's the part where you say, okay, things you learn in the journey. So that's one thing So I thought he was joking. So then my manager gave him my CD again, and as the songs were playing, he was singing the songs word for word, about 10 tracks.
Oh, wow. That means it was listening to the one that
continuously.
And so that was how he said, okay, you know what, we need to start doing stuff together. We need to start. So okay, what do I want to do? I don't know.
You have me before you can
Okay, so I don't know anything about filming. You do film. So what can I do? Okay, bear soundtrack. Okay. Let's see how it goes. So that was when we did Roti.
Okay.
So Roti was the first music I did. So from there, we started doing a lot of stuff.
I'm sure he was impressed because we actually had Kunle Afolayan as our guest, and Kunle Afolayan brought him
I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I want to ask now, because, of course, you've spoken about the disappointment of not getting a call back and wondering what's happening. So when you now eventually did the soundtrack, when you watched the movie and you heard the soundtrack, how did you feel?
So it was a very, very wonderful experience. I mean, I was like, is this really me? Is this really happening? Okay. And probably because I didn't really give too much attention to the soundtrack side of things. So after seeing it, I now kind of like, okay, you know what? This is one angle that a lot of musicians are not exploiting, and they're not looking. So it just got me thinking that, okay, not everybody is going to be the Davidos or the Adekunle.
That's right.
Okay, so why don't I just try and keep hammering this
Have a niche for yourself.
Yes. So maybe probably from this, the other door might open. You know, you never can tell. But I just saw it as an opening, and I just latched onto it. And
Great.
I'm really happy that it's worked well so far. I mean, I've done, aside from his movies, I've done some other movies like that. I was opportunity to work on King of Boys.
King of Boys,
Part 2 as well. I mean, I met Niola. Niola did the soundtrack, and I produced the soundtrack.
Wow.
Citation.
I did Ageshikole as well.
Yeah.
King of Thieves.
Yes.
Yeah, you know.
Femi Adebayo. Yeah. Wow. All right, we'll go on this break. And of course, we're going to be checking Kent Edunjobi's work out. Stay here with us.
Wow, beautiful composition right there, Kent Edunjobi. I wanna find out. Growing up, I remember how the soundtracks we used to hear. used to be. And we just, I'm like, what's happening? Why is this person just singing something? In fact, they'll sing the entire song, like the entire film. For, you know, the old girl went to the village, and then I'm like, Kilo day. What is your own style? What is your direction? When you're writing or composing for soundtracks, what comes to mind?
Okay, so my style is this. I don't like to tell the whole story.
Thank you.
I don't like to tell the whole story, and I also don't like to go completely out of context.
Yeah.
So what I do is I try to read the script. I try, if possible, be on set while they're shooting. Then after digesting the storyline, I try to create another scenario entirely that almost looks like the story. Just hit it a bit, and put a bit of abstract things, just, you know, things just to point them to the direction of the film, but not really
tell them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So at the end of the day, when they are watching the film, or when they watch the film and listen to the song, they're, oh, this is what this guy was actually trying to say with the song.
And of course, bringing emotions on. Yeah, I love that, because that one is for Roti, right?
Roti, yeah.
Fantastic. So you were talking about when you have passion for something and just not about the money that you get.
Money is important too.
The
Money is
exact
important
place
too.
that I am going, because I want to ask, since you have carved a niche for yourself here, how lucrative is it? Because you said you worked for a while and then you said, no, this music is it for me. I'm sure that you have suffered in this life. I am so sorry. But then, you know, because I know of creatives, you're just starting out and this is what your heart yearns for. But somehow the money is not coming. But they say when you are doing what you enjoy, money will come, and then you know, and all that. Who they bring? And the Nigerian factor. So tell us about it.
So to be honest, for me, I won't. If I'm going to be honest, I won't say I suffered.
Okay.
I didn't.
Okay.
Because you know, there's this thing that we used to say: what you are meant to do, if you do it, you won't suffer. I mean, Mr. Kunle will always say, "Honor your head, Ori."
Okay.
What your Ori is meant to. So
yeah.
Actually, to be frank, I think I even had it better when I quit the job, the 9 to 5.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yes. So it's been really funny, you know, and surprising. But I just think it's just grace and God working, for, you know, on my own case, because I have friends who are so talented, and they are all out for music alone, and they are not finding it funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
They are not finding. I pity them, and at times I just go into the corner of my house and I'm okay. Why is my own different? Why am I finding it easy? And I just think is grace, is the grace factor, and I'm really not taking it for granted.
Because I think some people are not willing to pay, while some people know your worth and they are willing to go the extra mile to pay.
That is absolutely true. Absolutely true. Some people just want to ride on the fact that, oh, they're big. Okay, let's just take advantage of him. But God will always be God.
Always.
So there are people out there watching you right now, and they're wondering, how do they do what you do? Is there like a training school, or how do they train to do what you do?
Oh, well, you can actually go to school and train, but I didn't go to school to train because the street is
the best teacher.
Is the best teacher.
Always.
I tell you, the street is the best teacher. I mean, everything I knew about music today, I learned it on the street. Business side, the craft, you know, the technicalities, the gimmicks, and all those. You know, like I said, there's a few bumps here and there. So I learned from experience from the streets. You know, things you need to say, things you need to do, things you don't do. When you say yes and when you don't say yes, and when an offer seems to be too juicy and you just want to jump at it, but hey, don't do that, don't do that. I mean, yes. So I'll just say, look, go through the line of mentorship. Have someone whom you can model yourself, you know, and learn as much as you can. Learn as much as you can. That's really my advice.
Okay, so before we go, I just want to find out, what is one movie, Nigerian or international, whatever the case is, that you wish you had done the soundtrack for?
Game of
Titanic.
Ooh, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones? Wow.
I never even say the Woman King.
Oh, that's what I thought you were saying.
Oh,
No.
I've not seen it.
Oh,
I've not seen it.
Okay,
that's why.
Okay.
I've not seen it.
Okay.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Wow.
Then Black Panther.
I see your type of,
Yeah, Black Panther.
And we really hope that you get there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Really do hope that you get there. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.